That's car 6 and car 3. Car number 8, Steve Swain. And car 69, the redoubtable Doug Angus, a man to watch.
Doug, in the series leader, of course.
Yes, he's back a bit. Peter Radke, who has been known to turn on the occasional spectacle and one of the most dynamic drivers in Formula V, is in car 15 in the 7th spot with Roger Harris alongside him. Then Keith Franks and Chris Lewis. The flag is up.
Okay, they're off and running and getting away smartly indeed was McCombie on the inside. Just look how close they are after only 15 or 20 metres, one making a break from the back. But going up to take over the lead off pole position is McCombie, but they're 3 wide as they go to the top of Bitchapave for the first time. Also getting off for a good start is Jackie Sutherland. They're pretty close as they come through the top corner. Traffic congestion really at a premium here.
Close is an understatement, isn't it? Looks like a horde of wild Indians coming over the hill.
A couple of scores there too. You've got Jackie Sutherland in car 12 and Robin Bennett in car 71 rather. Robert Bennett in car 60. Well, what's them?
Well, a close field. Just look at streaming down here to the left-hander that we know as Honda Corner. There's our race leader, Greg McCombie.
Oh, look how 69 Doug Angus has got up. He's now in 2nd spot, and he started, remember, way back in 6th place.
Stephen Cramp in 3rd spot in the Renmax, and it was a pretty good move by Doug Angus, who's had a lot of experience, so I guess he knows all the moves around here. And as the first round winner in this Coca-Cola Bottlers Formula V Series, he's the series leader.
Okay, a challenge
tackling
coming
McCombie up the hill.
Out comes
takes him as well.
He got that slingshot effect we were talking about, came from behind, got the slight aerodynamic advantage and went round, and now it's to be McCombie who'll hang on to Angus and see if he can do the same thing to him next time round. In 3rd place is Steve Swain in car number 8, and then the pack pouring in behind them as you see them go through Dunlop. Already they're breaking up into slight groups. You've got clusters of cars rather than one long procession.
Well, you can see that McCombie may have surrendered the lead, but it's only going to be a temporary thing as far as he's concerned. They're coming down to the left-hander at Honda. Is our race leader, number 69, Doug Angus. Right behind him, though, is Greg McCombie in car number 1. Then further back to Steve Cramp in number 6. And, well, may he be, because he has cars to the left and to the right of him. It's the Coca-Cola Bottlers Formula V Series, round number 2 today, with the sun breaking through at AMAROO Park. As we pick up this great dice going on for the lead between Doug Angus and McCombie moving to the outside. We'll try and get the draft up the straightaway and pull out of it. He pulled out of that draft very quickly, and now is going to try and take him on the inside as they go to the top of Bitchapave Hill.
He certainly got on the inside, but whether he's got the legs to stay there, Angus is trying hard, but it will be McCombie with the better line as they come over the top, one would think. But no, Angus gets back in front again. He just nips in as they come round to Dunlop, and as Doug Angus still in front, McCombie's right behind him. Swain has moved right up to join in the party. He thought, I may as well have a go there. It looks a bit of fun. And Steve Cramp, rather, in car number 6. Swain's a little bit further back. Very similar painting, as you can see, to McCombie's car, another with the Farrah Slack's car. Nothing slack about the way they're driving, though. And they're really putting pressure on Doug Angus. That tyre smoke there as they come blistering into Honda.
Well, you could throw, I don't know what you throw between the 3 front-running cars, because they're inseparable as they head down to the right-hander.
Well, a pair of slacks in the splits, I'd say, would probably cover them. And it's Doug Angus, you might welcome such a thought, who's in the lead. This is a 10-lap race, and they're just about to complete their 3rd lap. Greg McCombie and Steve Cramp.
Well, by the law of averages, that means that Doug Angus won't win this race.
That's right.
If you're leading it this early.
Mark Wilson, who did make the front row of the grid in the wet, is back in about 8th place.
Oh, dearie me, that's drafting, but that's leaving nothing in case anything goes wrong with the race leader. Okay, McCombie, as Evan has said, is putting heaps of pressure on the race leader, Doug Angus. Cramp is still in there, looking for an opening. There haven't been too many, let me tell you, so far. Angus manages to cover his tracks well, though, as they come down the back part of the course.
A very experienced driver, and he knows his way around AMAROO Park, and he's not going to get blustered or put off his line by any tactic other than an absolute pass through the water. You just saw that tight splash, that spray there, not smoke coming up, because there is still water trickling across the track. It has been dry all day here at AMAROO Park. It was raining quite heavily in the city, but fine out here. In fact, very bright sunlight at the moment, just bursting across the track.
After the last week up here, this sort of weather makes you blink. I can't stand the bright light.
Okay, here's our low effect shot of them coming on. Look how close they come to the Armco as they come up the front straightaway, heading in the direction of Bitchapave Hill.
Cramp's the one, Mike, who might get the advantage here. He's the 3rd driver there. He's going a little wide, a little bit late, but McCombie has got a run there. Now, whether he can get by Angus, it depends who breaks late. Oh, Angus has gone very wide there, and McCombie stays outside. Angus has to give way. And McCombie very fast goes into the corner, holds on. Cramp goes on the inside as Angus is wondering what's going on. He's got green and white cars on both sides of him, but it's McCombie who came out in front from that. Angus lost the lead going through Bitchy Bay. Wouldn't be too happy about that.
No.
He put the little shovel nose of his Ranger very close to the tail of the Renmax of McCombie, through the water again. But he's got Cramp right behind him, giving him a bad time as well, and now he's got Cramp all right.
Okay, so Greg McCombie is now back in the lead. Doug Angus in second, and then of course Cramp in third. That's the order. It has changed slightly in the last lap of the race. We'll wait and see whether or not Angus can come back and challenge by slingshotting up the front straightaway right on the tail here of McCombie. Just look how close he gets. They pulled out, I think, a wee bit too early there, but his car seems to have the long legs, suits this part of the track.
That's right. He might realise that he's got just slightly longer legs and needs a bit more of the straight to get up and up through CRC towards Bitchapave Hill. That right kink there is really a flat-out part of the section.
Look
He got
this.
by.
Yes, he's back in front again. So the order has changed back to Angus in front, McCombie in second, and Cramp still in third place. A great race this in the Coca-Cola Bottlers Formula V. This is round number 2 of the series.
And they have 4.5 laps to go.
Behind that trio there, Glenn Evans in the Nimbus holding down 4th spot, and between first and last car in the field there's a gap of 21 seconds. And about 21 starters. That's a car a second.
Okay, they're doing a great job. Oh, we've got the Jackie Sutherland and the Pizza Hut family licensed restaurant doing a little pit stop there. Not the place to do one, let me tell you, young Jackie, and she's off and running again. Okay, back to the dice, and it's a good one with Doug Angus. They're throwing everything at Angus, including the kitchen sink, but he manages to come back and just be able to slingshot them up Bitchapave Hill. And looking out the mirrors too, watch him close this corner off. Sorry, boys. Anyone who thinks Doug isn't serious about his racing had better think again.
Chris Lewis and Roger Harris are leading the bunch just behind, just out of view of the first 4 cars.
Oh, good. Let me tell you, McCombie is trying to set Angus up for a pass here, but Angus has diamond a couple of the corners to make it very, very difficult. You can get underneath him going in, but there's nowhere to go once you've arrived. Okay, now moves to the outside. Watch him cut it back here on the inside again. And now down to the left-hander at Honda, where they come through this fine spray across the racetrack. Gives them all a nice little shower as they head down the short chute, and now McCombie is getting most serious about this. He'll move to the outside and watch to see if he cuts back on the inside.
You know, Cramp's well placed here, Mike. He really is nicely positioned, just a little bit behind, particularly if these front two either tangle or confuse each other. He's going very quickly, and in fact he might be placing himself for a passing move up the hill because he can get a slingshot effect from both of them. He hangs on and plays it right.
Well, he's got to sit on his teammate McCombie at this stage and then move to the outside because they've cut the turn. They're using the inside line going up the hill, but he prefers to sit in behind McCombie, waiting for McCombie to catch Angus in arrears in Dunlop Loop. We'll wait and see. Here's Angus coming in, gets the tail out a little ways, a little bit of correction on, and Cramp, as Evan has said, is starting to work away at his teammate McCombie.
Well, Angus let him through once, let McCombie through once. I don't think he's about to do it again.
Well, he's done a good job, Angus. He's managed to come back from behind and to hold out this Brack Slacks challenge. I don't think there's any more room left there on the inside at Honda Corner. I think they've shaved the concrete there today. Okay, if McCombie can make a move, it's got to be here on the inside. He works to the outside first to see if he can get the shot on the inside, but at this particular point of the track, number 72 is in strife. That's John Saltus at the rear, and that's exactly where John was running when he had a little indiscretion. Okay, laps running out. Angus, car number 69, I think has probably picked up a 2-metre lead.
Yes, 2 laps to go.
I think Cramp is going to put some pressure on McCombie now to let him know to get on with the job. He seems to have second thoughts when he pulls out on Bitchapave Hill.
Yes, maybe he doesn't have the legs to get by. He might just be a little down on power compared to the McCombie car because he has been so well placed on so many occasions. But it was obvious that Angus got away from those lower corners on the circuit better than the other two and picked up himself maybe a 2-car lead. He's lost it again now. Whoops, as Swain, the 4th man, ran very wide there but holds it on the track. But once again, this 3-car crocodile has been rejoined, and as Angus once more under pressure. Only a lap and a half to go, and look how close they are.
Outside of those 3, Glenn Evans holding down 4th spot, then Roger Harris, who after a long battle has finally passed Chris Lewis in car 17.
I would think, you know, that maybe McCombie and Cramp were content to stay a little bit behind and make only one passing move. They know that they can only get by him once, and if they do pass too early, he'll get by them once again. So maybe they're just holding off. We'll see.
It's got to be a desperate last lap if that's the case.
Well, I think it's going to be a desperate last lap, and the board is out now. the man is holding the blue flag to let Angus know he's got a car behind him. I think he knows already.
Yes, I think he's got a fair idea, and Cramp doesn't know what to do about
There
it.
goes McCombie.
Yeah,
This is the
move.
slingshot. Here it is on the inside, folks. Wait for it.
Wheel to wheel, and Angus is not going to let go.
No
They're
way.
touching there as they come through, and he's
Watch
putting...
Cramp now down the inside of his quick. Sorry, boss. Had to go.
Yep. Cramps got through, though. It was McCombie that lost out all round there.
I think that was the move that Cramp was waiting for. He thought they might touch, and he was going to be back, but unfortunately, of course, Angus didn't get upset by it. It was McCombie who had to do the correction, went a little wide and lost room, and now Angus is clear. Cramp is second, and maybe he's not close enough to put out the... Oh, yes, he is.
McCombie's in second place.
I tell you what,
now.
never play bluff poker with Doug Angus. Okay, Angus still with probably the biggest lead he's had at this stage, which is 3 metres. Over this great dice going on between the Brack Slacks entrance of Greg McCombie and Steve Cramp, I'm sorry. But coming up to take the checkered flag in what has been truly a great race. The checkered flag unfolds, and here comes Doug Angus, and a worthy winner. A great second place goes to Greg McCombie, and Steve Cramp finishes back in third place. And a very, very exciting Coca-Cola Bottlers Formula V race. As always here at AMAROO Park, it certainly brings out the best in the Formula V contenders.